The Pen. Dream Traveler's Tales. Book 1. Sultan's Wisdom. Written by Dennis Galloway. Read by Dennis and Corkie Mann Galloway.
Chapter 1. The Pen. Harold Duncan has been lost for a long time. He was a clerk in a large firm in Edinburgh, Scotland. He had worked there for 4 years, since 1918, although he detested the job and the lawyers. But he loved to write. He was fascinated by the imagination, the inner workings of the human mind, and capturing those thoughts on a piece of paper for posterity, opening one person's mind so others could see their thoughts for all time. How marvelous it was, almost magical. Harold was lonely and bored with his real life. He needed to know there was something more. He took refuge in collecting old pens and writing with them. He loved the feel of a vintage pen, the sound as it scratched across the page. So he sought out obscure little antique shops, forgotten by the general populace, those that perhaps were on the edge of going out of business, looking for the odd, out-of-place, dust-covered box that held a mint-condition Mont Blanc, or even a first-generation McNiven or Cameron Waverley. In the cool evenings, Harold went out for long walks down narrow alleys, poking his head into shops that promised interesting finds. One night, he passed down a street that he had not noticed before. Under a bridge, an old, dark, wooden storefront had an inviting door, and it set in the shadows of a dim street lamp. The door was closed, and it was hard to tell if the shop was even open. Harold squinted through the door window. He could barely make out a small room with shelves reaching up into the shadows, covered with odd-looking old lamps, books, dishes, and trinkets of all sorts. He tried the door, and it opened with a creak and a soft jingle of bells hanging above the door. The creak seemed very loud in an uninhabited place. He looked around at the jumble of treasures scattered over tables, shelves, and hooks hung on the small, dark paneled room. There were lots of scattered antique, dusty, pungent, colorful, odd-looking, odd-shaped, familiar, yet different. Catnip to less specialized collectors than Harold, each begging to be picked up, dusted off, and examined. Seeing no...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?